Hey, what's up? So, this is basically an interview with myself, talking about my experience um, with the person, the man I love, within the 7 years, and how it grew. Um, I don't think I have never went into full detail publicly of this, but the night that not the night that I turned 21, a few weeks after I turned 21, I went out with the girls. As I was getting ready at home, I had in my head that I was going to meet someone. Like, I wanted to meet someone. I wanted to get to know someone. I was just looking for someone. I was looking for someone. I went out to this little club, whatever. Actually, we was about to leave. And I can say about the end of the night, I spotted this guy. And he was so handsome and dark. And it was his eyes that drew me to him. Like, literally. It was literally his eyes. And as I was about to leave the club, I kind of danced with him on my way out. But it was like this strong feeling that I got. And I remember standing in the, like, hallway where it was a bunch of mirrors. And I was debating on if I should go back or if I should just keep going. But something told me to go back. And when I went back, he was dancing with some chick. Like, I don't even know who this chick was. It was just so fast. Like, she was dancing all up on him. And it was not so much as I pushed her out the way, but I did get her out the way so I can dance with him. I won't go into details what happened during the dance, but we was dancing and he pulled out his phone and asked for my number. The next day he called me. Didn't remember any of it. Like, I remembered the night, but I just didn't remember who he was. And we started talking and, talking every day and, texting. And I just wanted him, like, I just felt like I needed to be a part of his life. For some reason, I just had that feeling. We ended up going out one day. And we went downtown by the water. And we was talking. And as he was telling me about what he'd been through, his experience, why he was hurt, and his whole past, I felt my heart just open up. It was a unforgettable feeling. Like, my heart really just kind of just opened doors. And at that time, I wasn't sure of what I wanted. I knew that I wanted to be a part of him. And as the date went on, I remember us sitting down and I remember him telling me about he was going to be turning the age. And I just asked God if I could just be with him to see 30. And within that first year of us talking and getting to know each other, I was scared, young, really didn't know too much about being in a relationship with a real man. So, I had a lot of issues within myself. And I remember I did something really foolish. And he was very hurt by it. And that feeling of him being hurt that first time was something that I never in life wanted to feel again. Like, I literally cried and I was praying and I was hurt because I hurted him, not intentionally, but I did. And I was able to get back in his good grace and continue to love him, even though I always have. But I just continued. I didn't know how. That's the thing. I really didn't know how to love him within the first year. I was just trying to figure it out. Like, in my head, I just remember being puzzled because I didn't know what he wanted. I didn't know how he wanted it. I didn't really know anything. I just knew that if I keep trying, I would get it. So within the second year, it was still difficult because he was going through something where he was figuring him out, and I was trying to figure me out, and we was bumping heads, but I still had that feeling in my heart like I want to love this man. And it was difficult because we were really going through some personal issues, but we somehow, within that second year, we still remained to talk. And as we got into the third year, I think the third year was literally the hardest year of both of our lives. Like, we ended up breaking up, and I started talking to someone else. Not because I can't say like I was in love with this person, but in my head, I wish that the person. Okay, I don't know. Let me see. How can I explain it? The person I was with, I was praying that, he would do the things that he was doing, and he would, just participate fully with me. And, on the side, we was able to, get back in contact and talk, and that love have never faded away. I just wish he was there more. And, we went through this trial that God, we both could have lost our life. He could have actually, and May could have really killed both of us and wouldn't have did no time. But within that third year, we managed to come out on top. The fourth year, I was able to sit down in a point to see what I really wanted, what was best for me. And I was not rebellious, but I was rebellious in a way because he was at this point figuring out this is the life that he wanted to live, and the way he was going about it was so what is the word? I won't say rude, but it was real hardcore, tough love kind of shit. And that was within the fourth year, and I had to, decide, well, if I'm going to be woman enough to accept this, or if I'm going to be woman enough to walk away. And I couldn't walk away, so I started researching, I started listening, and once I started listening, it gave me an understanding of the kind of life he wanted to live, and what he wanted to do as far as, love. But I wasn't at the point to where I felt like I was good enough for him. And during that time, my father passed away. When my father passed away, he was everything that I needed. For a whole week straight, he was the closest thing to me, besides my mom. And that is something in life that I probably would never, ever, ever, ever forget or let go. Because of the simple fact, when I needed someone the most, like literally all my friends was nowhere to be found. When I just needed someone to talk and cry, knowing how close me and him was, it hurt it. I'm getting emotional just thinking about it. Like, I just would never forget that he was there for me. So that was the fourth year. As we got into the fifth year, I was secure. I knew what I wanted. I knew that he was what I wanted. I wanted his love, and I wanted to love him. Like, the whole time, I just had love. Like, I just wanted to love him. And it was difficult because I was allowing everyone mind, I was listening to everyone's input on him and about him. But in my heart, I knew that I was riding with this man. Whether they said this or that, I knew I was riding. And I had that. I remember an incident where I was feeling that confident. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's my man. I'm listening to him. I fuck with y'all, I have to say. Now, that was just my whole attitude on it. Standing so proudly, like, knowing that I got his back and he got mine. It's like, that's how confident I felt. And as the 6th year began, I started to see a difference within him. Not so much of bad, but it was a different way of thinking, a different way of acting. And I was able to understand him. And I think that's what made me want to keep fighting, because I feel like, yes, I finally understand him. I finally got it. I finally know what it takes to please him. Like, that's what I was thinking in my head. And as the 6th year came, I just kept trying. And not to mention, the whole time, I have been an amazing woman to this man. In my heart, and when I sit back and think, like, I was so amazing. I'm still amazing. But I know I can bring more to the table than what I'm bringing. And as the years go, I don't want to stop. Like, we about to be at 7 years in a couple of weeks. And out of all the people that has came and gone, we still have an awesome communication. Like, we don't have to talk every day, but our communication is awesome. Like, our whole bond, our whole relationship is so awesome when we together. So long apart, we okay. I would start tripping after some months of us not seeing each other and getting that one-on-one time. I will trip. It would be like Tierra turn off the light, Trina in 5.2 seconds. But that's just that me, that woman part. Like, I miss him. I have never felt so strongly to love a person and fight for a person and actually have a commitment. Like, I see it on TV, I see it in magazines, but I never thought that this right here, I would be doing this. I never thought that I can see myself with someone sacrificing and gaining and learning and growing within each other, and just to see where he's at now and to see where I'm at, knowing where this can go, because the foundation of it is so strong. Like, you will not believe how many attempts it was for us to split ways, and how many tries for us to split ways, but somehow or another, it's like we keep coming back. And that's a feeling that I don't want to ever fade away. Like, we made it past 5 years, and I asked God, because at that time he was like 27, going on 28. Now we pushing 7 years, and I'm just only asking God for 3 more years. That's like 10 years with someone that I truly, truly love from head to toe. I love everything about him. I have dislikes, of course, but the love outweighed the dislikes. The push and the effort to see me succeed, like, that's amazing, to have a man in your corner that pushes you and motivates you to do anything that you set your mind to. Like, anything I have ever set my mind to, he has pushed me and motivated me, and that is like the best feeling in the whole wide world. Oh my God. It is amazing feeling to have someone. I mean, I can, whatever. So, I'm about to chop this video up, but, this is what I have experienced over the 7 years. And I know every relationship has trials and tribulations, and I know that you keep going and you keep fighting, and I know that, you stick it out with each other. But I figured this would be a way for him to understand how I really feel and how I had to grow as a woman to love him as a man. And some people may not understand it, but I mentally and physically had to grow and overcome and outgrow some things just to love him. Like, there's no doubt in that. Some things that there's just no doubt. So I am here to stay for a very long time. Like, I want to carry this out to see where it's going to be. It won't be an easy breeze some days, and I'm down with that. But as long as that I can look in your eyes, I can see you smile, and you tell me that it's going to be alright, I promise you I will be okay in life. I didn't think I would be this emotional trying to do it, but that's just what I feel for you when I think about the kind of man that you are. And I remember you saying that you don't want to, if you had a son, you don't want to name him Junior or give him that Junior title, but knowing the kind of man you are, I want our son to have your name. I want him to be the kind of man you are. Your pride. And I used to get on you about it, like you had too much pride, but your pride is what makes you a man. And that's what makes me love you. And no one in this world can ever, 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 like, take that from me and from you.